Hey everybody, this will be my last video of the evening. I just kind of wanted to discuss with you a little bit of the pitfalls from today. First of all, something you're not thinking of probably is, for example, Laura and I were at the library waiting to go to the feeding right behind the public library, and the feeding was supposed to start at 6 o'clock. And luckily we had those sandwiches for lunch, because if we hadn't, we probably wouldn't have ate. And we would have been very hungry. But that wasn't the case. We did get those big wraps, courtesy of Dawn. Thank you again, Dawn. That was awesome. That's the most awesome thing that's happened to me since I've been here. So we did have a full belly. But I'll tell you, after we walked around and panhandled and sat for hours, and by the way, it has not been all glory today by any means. Laura got to see where we sat outside the courthouse for an hour and a half and didn't make a cent panhandling. And the heat was tearing both of us up. And the mosquitoes right now are eating us alive. So it's definitely, when I said, you know, it's as comfy as being at home, I was really trying to give Chris a compliment for the nice place he has here, really. And he's laughing at me over there. But what I wanted to talk to you about is just how the rain messes up your plans, and it doesn't happen to a normal person. You know, we're waiting to go eat right behind the library, and we're in the cover of the library, charging our phones and trying to get some air for a few minutes, because believe me, we were both exhausted after walking all over town today. But I walked very little compared to normally. I think we probably only walked 2 to 3 miles, maybe 4 today at the most. My normal day is like 10 to 12 to 15 since I've started, but I really tried to stay off my feet today because I've really been having problems. Just like tonight when my feet got soaked, the first thing I did when we got under cover was get them out of the shoes and into dry socks. But of course, when I get up in the morning, my shoes will be wet, and I'll be starting all over walking around in wet socks, which is what's tearing my feet up. It's not just the blisters from the constant walking. But back to what I was talking about is the fact that we could not go back there to eat because it started pouring down rain a half hour before the feeding. Thankfully, it did slow up enough to where they did feed us. But, you know, if it had stayed pouring like that, we would have just gone without dinner, because we didn't have enough money to buy us both a decent dinner. We had $6, and so we still have that $6, but you know, that's not good enough for us to eat on. So we got stuck in the library praying the feeding didn't get canceled.